today, and we are super fucking happy about it. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to like and empty the space. Let's bring some more people in here to enjoy the celebration.
Yes.
The farewell party to the Savior.
Say goodbye, a farewell for this motherfucker that put the fucking video of the fucking hostage. So this is a fucking farewell for me, okay?
Because he shouldn't exist from the get-go. He should have been executed by the Mossad long time ago, and I've been asking for this for a long time. And I was talking to my commander. I'm telling you, this needs to go.
I think that you need to gather all the Zios, eliminate them.
He deserves to be genocided like all the other Nazis, and he's a convicted fucking criminal. And they pissed the hell out of me. This fucking Hamas and giving them a voice after October 7, and us Jews and Israelis can live peacefully. I hate him.
Great.
I hate him.
But now you're getting hit. Iranian missiles have your entire sky lit, and you cry victory and say you didn't start this, but the whole world sees that your lies are distorted. Now you feel terror like the Palestinians. How does it feel to have bombs dropped on your civilians? You could have avoided all this if you wanted to, but humanity never expected good behavior from you Jews. What you get for all your evil deeds. Boom, 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 Tel Aviv. You brought this upon yourself. It's your time to bleed. No one believed they would strike so deep. Not Tel Aviv, but in the dead of night with no warning, the sky lit up. The world watched in celebration as the Iron Dome crashed. The balance of power began to shift. Boom, 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 Tel Aviv, this is what you get for all your evil deeds. Boom, 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 Tel Aviv, you brought this upon yourself. It's your time to bleed. Boom, 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 Tel Aviv, this is what you get for all your evil deeds. Boom, 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 Tel Aviv.
Yo. Can you guys hear me? Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, guys. I hope you're all having a good Wednesday afternoon. A good Wednesday afternoon, a good Wednesday morning, whatever time it may be in what country you're in. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. I'm just going to double check my rumble and my kick for a second. I know there's a little bit of delay, so I'll wait to see if you guys can hear me. J Smith 1, thank you for tuning in, brother. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, my internet's been a bit slow today, or my computer's been a bit slow, should I say. Just need to make sure we are up and running everywhere. We're running on kick. And are we running on Rumble? Let me double check. Well, I hope you guys are doing well. Where are you guys tuned in from if you're watching? But yeah, Rumble seems to be working fine as well. What's going on? Tommy, man. I remember you this time, yeah? Thank you for tuning in on Kick, brother. Appreciate you. Boom Boom is not Raoul. Yes, Boom Boom is not Raoul indeed. Today we have a few bits to get into. We've got N1 Berg tuning in. Thank you, brother. Boom Boom. Boom Boom. Geez, what day is it today? It's day 19 of the Iran war, guys. Day 19. The original war only went on for 12 days, so we are exactly a week past that date as of today. Yeah, Tommy, I remembered you, man. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. As you probably know, it's day 19 of the Iran war. And there's been a lot of stuff going on over the past 24 hours. N1 Berg from London, thank you, brother. For those of you that have not watched the streams before, what we do is every 24 hours we go over the news regarding mainly the Iran and Israel and America war. So 24 hours ago we did a stream. We covered pretty much everything that happened in that past 24 hours, and now today we're going to cover the last 24 hours. So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. So today, unfortunately, well actually last night we received some unfortunate news that Ali Larijani had passed away. I might say. He's actually been murdered by Israeli terrorists and American terrorists. It's a shame as well, because just the day before we was actually reading out a letter that Ali Larijani wrote to the other Arab nations that have turned their backs on Iran and turned their backs on the Palestinian people over the last few years. And it's really sad. It seemed like he definitely knows what's going on in the world, man. He's not one of these coward leaders that hasn't got a backbone. He was a very important person, and he's been pretty much one of the backbones of the IRGC over the past few years. But yeah, unfortunately he was killed. We did hear rumours yesterday that we heard rumours yesterday that he was killed, but we didn't want to actually announce it on stream, just in case, you know, it was Israeli propaganda. We wasn't trying to spread their narrative until we got official confirmation from Iran. But as of earlier last night, we did end up getting that unfortunate confirmation. So we'll start off with a bit of that. So about 9 PM last night UK time, we had the reports that Iran's Supreme National Security Council officially announced the death of Secretary Ali Larijani. Some heartbreaking news, I know, but of course the Iranians will persevere. Larijani, according to Iranian state TV, was martyred at dawn during the holy month of Ramadan. This is quite a big deal for Muslims, where martyrdom holds a central place in their religious identity. Now, being killed during Ramadan, a holy month for all Muslims, adds another layer of spiritual significance, at least as I understand it. It's often seen as a sign of honour, sacrifice, and a certain closeness to God. So, yeah, very sad. Very sad. Sorry, my headphones keep rubbing on the zip. It's very annoying. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let me just pull this forward a little bit. But yeah, so it's very sad. It's very sad news. But what can we say, man? What can we say? Ali Larijani once said, "Kill us, and our nation becomes more awake." And he's actually quoting the late great Ayatollah Khomeini. Let's play the little clip. So he said, "This is the point that Imam Khomeini, may God have mercy on him, mentioned when he spoke about the martyrdom of Professor Mosari. He said that with these martyrdoms, the revolution comes stronger. Kill us, our nation becomes more awake." That's it. So yeah, clearly he knew the possibilities of this happening, but he wasn't afraid, you know. He wasn't afraid. Couple of Burks, shout out to you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Nice to see you here again as always. And we saw the coffins of the martyrs Larijani and his son today. So this was about 4 hours ago we heard this. Well, actually it wasn't, about 12 hours ago, my bad. But yeah, very sad. You've got Larijani here and obviously his son there. So yeah, very sad news, very sad news. We saw crowds of Iranians gathered at Engelhab Square in Tehran for the funeral of Ali Larijani and his son. Let's play the clip. So you can see the Iranian people will definitely miss him a lot, you know. So yeah, very sad news. We've got another clip as well. So yeah, heartbreaking stuff. Also, Iran's new supreme leader Khamenei, he came out with a statement regarding this, and he said, "I received with deep sorrow the tragic news of the martyrdom of Dr. Ali Larijani, the Secretary of the Supreme National Security Council, along with his son and several of his colleagues. He was a learned, wise, committed and experienced figure who served the Islamic Republic for decades across political, security, cultural and managerial fields. Such acts of terror only reflect the enemy's hostility and will strengthen the resolve of the Islamic nation. Undoubtedly, justice will be served. I extend my sincere condolences to his family and relatives, especially Ayatollah Ali Larijani, and pray for the elevation of their ranks." So, very sad, I know, but I'm sure it will only make the people of Iran much stronger. And we had another, we've got the full statement here. I should have read this out to begin with, to be fair, that is my bad. But here's the full statement from Khamenei, the new leader of the Islamic Revolution of Iran. So, the full statement is, "In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, and do not think that those who were killed in the way of God are dead, but rather they are alive with their God being provided for." And this is the bit we already read, but I'm going to read it again. "With great sorrow, I received the painful news of the martyrdom of Sayyid Dr. Ali Larijani, the Secretary of the Supreme National Security Council and representative of the leadership in this council, as well as his good son and some of his colleagues. He was a knowledgeable, far-sighted, intelligent, committed person with diverse experiences in political, military, security, cultural and administrative fields. Over nearly 5 decades of dedication at various levels of the Islamic system, he became a distinguished figure. There is no doubt that the assassination of such of a character reflects the extent of its importance and the hatred of the enemies of Islam towards it. The enemies of Islam should know that shedding this blood at the root of the tree of the Islamic system will only increase its strength, and that every blood has a price, and the criminal killers will pay the price for the blood of the martyrs soon. I offer my sincere condolences to his noble wife, all of his children, and the rest of his family, especially His Eminence Ayatollah Ali Larijani, and I ask God Almighty to accept them with His vast mercy and raise their degrees." So yeah, that's the full statement. I mean, it's very sad news. I mean, when we first heard about it yesterday, we did say, you know, I said that I had a feeling that this might be true. I said I had a feeling it might be true because unfortunately, you know, the silence sometimes gives it away, but I guess Iran wanted to make sure that they wasn't releasing any false information. You know, there's probably a lot of rumours going around and that sort of thing, but that's the reason I didn't want to spread it. But yeah, unfortunately I did think this would be the case, but all I can say is rest in peace to him. But at the same time, guys, don't think that this is going to affect the Iranians in any way, shape or form. There's a clip that we're going to pull up of Abbas Araghchi in a little while, and he basically explains it a lot there, and he says that even if he died, you know, there would always be a replacement. There's lots of loyal people in that country that know that they're fighting for a good cause, so it doesn't matter who America and Israel kill, it won't ever change the goal at the end. But yeah, thank you Broken Wookiees for tuning in. Yeah, Netanyahu's such a pussy, he won't even admit he's dead. I mean, yeah, there's loads of stuff going around about Netanyahu as well. There's a lot going on about him. Bear with me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just gonna grab a water. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Where was we? So yeah, RIP to Larijani. Someone mentioned about Netanyahu. I mean, we could go over a couple of bits from that conspiracy, I guess, if you want to call it. It's not really a conspiracy at the moment, is it though? Because the AI videos that are coming out are literally blatantly obvious that they're AI. And that's the difference with the Iranians. You know, they admit to their losses. They admit to their losses instead of burying them. Yeah, so let's we've only got a couple of bits about this Netanyahu stuff, because I know we've gone over it quite a lot of times, and you know, whether they're AI or not, which I think most of the videos are, we've not actually confirmed if Netanyahu is dead, or if he's just seriously injured, or if he's just in hiding. So part of me thinks that all of this stuff coming out about Netanyahu is like it's like a blanket, you know. It's like the Zionists want us to be constantly distracted to what might be real and what might not be real, rather than focusing on the Iranian war, Palestine, the Epstein files, you know, all those sort of things. But yeah, we've only got a couple of bits on it, so let's see what we've got. So yeah, the most blatantly, so weird, this video, you know. Basically Netanyahu yesterday released a video on his X page, and to me, like, if you're not really dead, you know, if you're prime minister of a country and everyone's claiming that you're dead and you're not, I don't think you'd be desperately trying to prove that you're alive so much. Releasing all these dodgy videos with hands glitching, rings disappearing, dates in the restaurant 3 years ago, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's just very strange. It's very strange. But yesterday Netanyahu released this video, and he said crossing names off the list is good. Doing it shoulder to shoulder with our American friends is even better. Good to see Ambassador Gov Mike Huckabee. Always a pleasure. Let me know what you guys think of this video. I will let you guys be the judge of this one.
Mr. Prime Minister, I wanted you to know the President asked me to come and make sure you were okay.
Yes, Mike. Yes, I'm alive.
I checked that, and I'm happy to see that, but he wanted to make sure because, you know, you guys get along too well.
I know, right?
Sorry, did you notice the jump in the video as well? Like, you know, like when you get AI videos and they're all pieced together. That's what it looked like.
I'm happy to see that, but he wanted to make sure because,
see that?
You know, you guys get along too well.
I know, and we shake hands with lots of folks. But I have to tell you, I'm alive. I have this card. And yeah, don't read it. So it's a punch card. Today I erased 2 names on the punch card. And you see how many more to go in dispatch.
You know what the good news is? My name is not on the punch card.
Your name is on the list of the good guys.
Thank you.
And what the President of the U.S. forces doing. Incredible. We're very proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with them. And getting rid of these lunatics who like to develop nuclear weapons and need to deliver them to every American city. After like that is, they ain't gonna do that. We're like, yeah, a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Take care.
Great propaganda video. I mean, why are they desperately trying to prove that he's alive, you know? Someone in the comments said, watch his blazer at the front line and disappear and reappearing. And that's a good point, because I saw this, to be fair, on Twitter somewhere. So look, when we rewind right back to the beginning of the video,
Sir, I wanted you to know the President.
you can notice that there is no
asked me to
lining
come
here.
and make
See, look, when it's like a clear image,
sure you were okay.
it doesn't look like he's got a blazer pocket to me.
Yes, Mike.
You see that?
Yes, I'm alive.
No line
Check
for his
that,
blazer
and I'm
pocket.
happy to see
It looks
that,
like a
but he
crease
wanted to
here
make
when he
sure
moves his
because,
arm, but it goes back.
You know, you guys get along too well.
And then as he comes here,
We shake hands with
it starts to appear.
5 fingers in each hand.
See that? See how it just becomes so clear?
I'm happy to see that, but he wanted to make sure because
It's like when the video glitches, that's when it starts to appear, because before here, he's clearly got no blazer pocket. And
check
when it
that,
comes
and I'm
here,
happy to
when it
see
jumps,
that, but he wanted to make sure
jumps there,
because, you know, you guys get
and then it
along
starts
too
to
well.
appear.
No, and
And by the end of the video, it's clear as day. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. And yeah, I shared this video above it saying, AI again. Why can't they just admit his death? Let's watch it from this point of view.
Make sure you were okay. Oh, the president asked him. Make sure you were okay.
So yeah, some very strange things going on, guys. Some very suspicious activity going on. Oh, where was I? So yeah, also today, this was the 4th time that Netanyahu didn't show up to his meeting. So every single day, he's not turning up to his meeting, which is very strange.
עוצמת התקיפות באיראן עולה מדרגה.
So yeah, you don't need to see the whole of this terrorist language video, but you get the point. He didn't turn up. And also this one. So this is the next propaganda video they released. Somehow they're all together now, all the missing people. Funny that. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu from the Air Force Command Center at the Kiryat in a message. Sorry, let me start again. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu from the Air Force Command Center at the Kiryat in a message to the people of Iran for Nowruz. I'm here with Israel's Defense Minister, our Chief of Staff, the head of the Mossad, the Chief of Air Force, and our senior commanders. Let's play the video.
I'm here with Israel's Defense Minister, our Chief of Staff, the head of the Mossad, the Chief of Air Force, our senior commanders. In the past 24 hours, we knocked out 2 of the terrorist chieftains, the top terrorist chieftains of this tyranny. Our aircraft are hitting the terror operatives on the ground, in the crossroads, in the city squares. This is meant to enable the brave people of Iran to celebrate the Festival of Fire. So celebrate and Happy Nowruz. We're watching from above. I'm here.
So yeah, very strange videos. It's funny that as well, because asking Grok. This image is from an Israeli War Cabinet meeting held on October 23rd, 2023 at the Kiryat military headquarters in Tel Aviv. The photo depicts a high-level security assessment and press briefing shortly after the formation of the emergency unit government following the October 7th attacks. So it seems like there's a lot of suspicious activity going on around Benjamin Netanyahu. Is he alive or is he dead? And if he is alive, why do they keep pushing out these AI videos and these fake images and these old videos? What's the point in it all? Like me personally, I'm not sure if he is dead. I'm not sure if he is dead. I think he may be badly injured or he's just in hiding. But what is strange is that I don't know why they don't want to show us real imagery. You know, all it takes is an appearance on live TV with an interviewer asking him questions, just something. It's just very weird how Israel is treating this situation. What else? So on to some more, maybe some more positive news you might want to say. Well, some positive news with a mixture of some terrorism from Israel, let's say that. So, late hours of yesterday, Iranian missiles started raining down on Israel. This was actually while we were streaming yesterday, I believe, or just before. So you guys can see in these videos what Iran is doing to Israel. Let's show you some videos. So this is yesterday, just over 24 hours ago. An Iranian missile struck directly in central occupied Palestine. So let's play the video. It's very far in the distance in this video, but you get the point. Israel is still getting hit. we had more footage of Iranian missiles flying over the skies of Tel Aviv. That's what we all love to see, ain't it? A couple of clips here, very short. Only 2 seconds, but look at all of those missiles coming over. A lot of missiles heading directly towards Tel Aviv. Someone said, where is the Iron Dome? Exactly that. We've got another angle here of some more missiles coming over. Yeah, only a couple of short ones. And we also have Israeli media reporting several casualties among Israeli settlers in the city centre and damage to multiple buildings. So lots of settlers are getting caught up for illegally squatting in the land. We've got a video here. It's only 7 seconds, but we'll play it. Silent this one, but you can just sort of see the chaos everywhere. All of the settlers are on the streets. This looks like there's a hit on that building. Police everywhere. Chaos everywhere, really. And we have an image here of this is the area where all the casualties were reported. So yeah, crazy. I don't know why this video keeps playing. Someone said Netanyahu's probably on the plane hiding. Yeah, maybe that's the case. And we've got a little clip here from our good friend Dutch Revert. Let's play this.
Who is missing behind me at the table? Who's missing? Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Look who is missing.
So yeah, Netanyahu's missing. Israel's getting hit. It's not a good day. Not a good day to be a Zionist, sorry. Breaking as well last night, fires broke out near the Ben Gurion airport after another Iranian missile struck. So you can see that they are really not getting a break. These illegal settlers, the Zionist terrorists, are not getting a break from Iran. Look at these fires, guys. Look at these fires. They are absolutely insane. Crazy footage there. We had another video of crazy fires. Look at this stuff. So yeah, not a good day for Tel Aviv. And also we saw fires breaking out in settlers' vehicles in Holon, Tel Aviv, following the Iranian strike. So look at these videos. This looks like absolute Armageddon. Armageddon for the Zionists. Not good. Wait, just check these comments quickly. 6MWE, how am I? I'm very good, brother. Watching Tel Aviv burn. I hope you're doing well too. Megain said he's dead. If not 6 feet under, he must be 6 feet under in a fortified bunker. Coward. Yeah, exactly that. I mean, Netanyahu isn't going to come to the streets and face this. Do you really think, despite the losses that Iran took, we literally saw Larijani a few days before he died, march in the streets with all of the Iranian people behind him, not scared one bit. Do you think we'd ever see Netanyahu do this? He hides behind AI videos, pre-recorded AI videos, while he sits underground in a bunker or in a hospital bed. Do you think he's ever going to come into the streets and see this fire and face this war that he's caused? No way. Just look at the footage that's coming out from Israel, in Tel Aviv. So yeah, it's absolute Armageddon in Tel Aviv. I don't know why this photo went there. Tel Aviv last night, so we had some CCTV imagery released from a settler's house in Tel Aviv. Look at this. Big fucking explosion there. Let's rewind that. That has happened so quick. Yep, roads are getting absolutely hit. You wouldn't want to be caught lacking walking down there early hours of last night, would you? Early hours of the morning, should I say. Yeah, not a good day to be a Zionist or an occupier. And we had footage from recent Iranian missile launches. Several private aircrafts were damaged near the Ben Gurion airport, and this is sourced by Israel's news agency N12. So that's how you know that this is actually happening. They're actually getting hit hard. Look at this shit. We had a couple of other bits from Tel Aviv. So this was only 3 hours before the stream. 3 Zionists were injured in Petah Tivka, east of Tel Aviv, following yet another Iranian missile strike. The Zionists are furious right now. They can't have a break. There's no time to sleep. There's no time to eat dinner. Nothing. This is what they get, I guess, for all of the terrorism that they've been causing in the world themselves. Sapnin Newmar from Birmingham. Thank you, brother, for tuning in. Let's play this little clip of Tel Aviv. So there's no sound, but you can see the panic, the chaos and the destruction left by Iranian missiles. I mean, it's literally nothing compared to what Gaza's got. And look how scared they've been lately. Yeah, so we've got central occupied Palestine, an Iranian projectile impacted as well in Tel Aviv, of course. That's what I mean. We need to stop calling it Israel. It is occupied Palestine. But yeah, this is more impacts from Tel Aviv about 3 hours ago.
וואו, מה אנחנו מתלהבים? וואו, זה כזה יפה. זה הבית גברות.
אולי קוקה קולה, האזור הזה של קוקה קולה.
תריחו, אתם מריחים את הלב? אני תכף מדברת.
של חומר נפט.
And we have another video. More impacts in Tel Aviv.
אני לא מאמין, נודר נפל פה לידי. וואו.
Big bang, big bang.
יש לי מזל, ידעתי. יש לי... וואי, תראו איך הם מפחדים. וואלה, אתם לא מבינים.
See settlers stressing out in the middle of the road, look, you see them?
יש לי מזל, ידעתי. יש לי... וואי, תראו איך...
All arguing and everything, man. Looks like they've collided the cars or something over the missiles, not looking where they're going and just hitting into each other. Complete chaos.
וואלה, אתם לא מבינים איזה פיצוץ בעיניים נתן יעצור את האוטו. וואו.
Yeah, not a good day to be a Zionist terrorist. Also, another L for Israel. Iran executed a Mossad spy, Karush Kivani, today. He provided images and information about sensitive locations to Mossad. He was arrested with 30,000 euros in cash, a pickup truck, a motorcycle, various complex espionage, intelligence and satellite communication devices. So W for Iran for getting rid of the Zionist spies. Of course, they don't put up with that shit. And there's been one person, you know, that's come out to support Israel. Can you guess who it is? Ukrainian President Zelensky. Well, we actually supported Israel the other day, a couple days ago. And, you know, we said, Zelensky always tries to turn everything back round on himself. Well, today he done just that again. As he said, it's not fair. Russia is the beneficiary of the war in the Middle East. Why is everything about you, Zelensky? I don't know, man. This guy, I suppose he was meant to be a comedian, weren't he? It's kind of funny sometimes, you know. It is funny to listen to. The nonsense that he comes out with all the time. Hysterical. Like he hasn't had enough of all our tax money already, you know. He's probably worried, oh no, the tax money, too much of it's going to Israel. I need me some of that. Everyone's forgetting about me. Yeah. You got refused visiting Palestine, as I've been visiting there for the past 5 years. Oh, is that since October 7th they refused you, man? That's a shame. I'd love to go visit there one day. But yeah. Israel are not the only people that have been taking L's over the last 24 hours, as you can imagine. Because, of course, they're best friends, they're partners in crimes. The Americans have also been taking L's. They've been getting their air bases hit all across the region. This is a video we have pulling up now from about 24 hours ago, about 25 hours ago, just probably as the same time I started my stream. And basically while we were streaming yesterday, 3 drones actually targeted the US Embassy in Baghdad. We've got a video here for you guys to watch.
لا بعد وقع بالسفر
Boom. Big bang. Trump is a terrorist. That's what you get for dealing with him. That's what you get for dealing with him. Fires also broke out at the US Embassy in Baghdad after a suicide drone attack. So look, we've got another video here. Americans also can't take a break. Why would anyone want to be allied with America and Israel, you know? Look at the damage it's causing to your country. You know what it is, guys? Countries must think, oh, you know, America and Israel, they're of course going around just committing terror attacks everywhere. If we join them, then we'll be safe from the terror attacks. We have to just be their little pets. We have to be their puppets and just let them do what they want. Let them bomb people from our countries. That's probably the best way to stay out of the war, isn't it? Surely? No, you're very wrong. You think Iran's not going to strike back? What did Iran say a few days after the war started? They said, listen, we don't want to hit your bases anymore. We'll stop. We've hit you back after you hit us on the first day of the war. Stay out of it and we won't hit your bases. But these countries don't seem to listen, and this is the result of that. So yeah, Iran has the right to self-defense. Iran has a right to defend itself, guys. Come on. Simple maths. It's not rocket science. So yeah, also writing was spotted on Iranian missiles that were launched towards the US bases, and it read, "Until the last American soldier leaves the region." Iran is not backing down, guys. Iran is not backing down. Zelensky can get it too. Yeah, Zelensky gutted USA, lifted all sanctions off Russia. I know, right? Crazy, man, crazy. But yeah, Iran not fucking about. I think we all knew that by now. I don't think the Americans and the Zionists have worked that one out yet for some reason. Because also, the American embassy in Baghdad was under attack with a direct hit reported inside of the green zone. So look at these clips. Let's try full screen it. A big bang there. And we've got another video. Big impact. Very big impact. Let's rewind that. Wow. It's not rocket science, it's drone science. Exactly that, man. Boom! Boom, boom, boom. We also had this. Images that show the extensive damage at the US Naval Support Activity 5th Fleet Base in Bahrain following the Iranian strike. So this is the next morning. We've got a few images. A lot of damage, guys. A lot of damage. You've got to think as well, they're working through the night to put this stuff out and clear it up as well. Yeah, big impacts all across Bahrain, especially at this US Naval Support Activity building. We've got more images as well here. See, it's been boarded off there. Impacts all around the building, all inside the building. That's what you get for fucking with the terrorists. Yeah, pick sides of the terrorists, pick sides of America and Israel. Repercussions will come, unfortunately. The best one was Epstein vaccine, made in Iran, yeah. That was a good one, to be fair. And also a strange report that the Wall Street Journal reported that a US official says the aircraft carrier Ford will be temporarily withdrawn from the Middle East. I wonder why that is. Also, Jackson Hinkle had a prediction, and he said that something very bad is about to happen. The director of National Counterterrorism, Joe Kent, wouldn't have resigned if the war was about to end. False flag? Ground invasion? Nuke? And he's got a very good point. Joe Kent, you know, he's put up with all this Trump terrorism since he joined, you know. Trump's been in charge for over a year now. And he's seen the terrorism that's been going on, the stuff with Gaza, You know, Yemen, Iran already last year, Lebanon, you know, the list goes on, Syria. So what would make him change so quickly, you know, just all of a sudden it seems like, you know, halfway, what is it, nearly 3 weeks into the war, now he's decided it's time to leave. And he does have a point, you know, if you're working in Trump's inner circle, if you're working with him, you're going to know all these secret plans that America has for Iran in the future. Or you could say false flags that he has, you know, planned out. Because the problem is, I think America and Israel know very much that the whole world is against them. Pretty much, you know, 80-90% of this world opposes this war. And, you know, 95% of those people hate Israel. Not just for the stuff they've been doing to Iran, but for all of the other terrorism that they've been committing over the past few years. So they know that the only thing that they can do is commit a false flag to try and divert the public back to supporting Israel and America. Same thing that happened with 9/11, you know. So we can only pray that it doesn't come to this, but it's definitely very, very strange. Very, very strange indeed. Also, look, Trump's terrorism cannot stop because just today he says he will take over Cuba because he can do anything he wants with it. What's wrong with this guy, man? What happened to being the president of peace? What happened to no more new wars? He just loves it. He can't stop himself. Let's play the clip.
I think Cuba, I know, in its own way, for, you know, tourism and everything else, it's a beautiful island, great weather. They're not in a hurricane zone, which is nice for a change, you know. They won't be asking us for money for hurricanes every week. But I think Cuba's the end. You know, all my life I've been hearing about the United States and Cuba. And when will the United States do it? I do believe I'll be having the honor of taking Cuba. That'd be good. That's a big honor.
Taking Cuba.
Taking Cuba in some form, yeah. Taking Cuba. I mean, whether I free it, take it, I can do anything I want with it. You want to know the truth? They're a very weakened nation right now. They were for a long time. Very violent leaders.
I mean, the soundboard told you guys, Trump the terrorist. Like, what is wrong with this guy? What's wrong with this guy? What gives him the right to just go and bomb and take countries over whenever he wants, you know? In my opinion, you see the thing about Trump, it's like when he got elected to become president this time round, something got to his head. It's like he thinks that he's in charge of the entire world and not just America. He genuinely thinks that he owns the entire world. In my opinion, that's what he thinks. The only people he knows he can't fuck with is Russia and China. Everyone else he thinks, I can do what I want. I run this shit. Proper terrorist, man. Proper terrorist. I've never seen anything like it. What do you guys think about Trump? I'm pretty sure I know, but what do you guys think? Am I right? Am I right in thinking that? Let me know. He's nuts. Yeah, exactly. He's nuts, man. He's nuts. But yeah, what else have we got going on? So, what else have we got going on? So I suppose some stuff around the Gulf regions at first, and then we'll move on to the UAE. So we were just talking about this a minute ago. Oh wait, hello from Brazil. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for tuning in. See, we were just going over this a minute ago, that Iran has basically the right to self-defense against all of these countries because these other countries are the ones that helped America and Israel bomb Iran, and are still helping America and Israel bomb Iran. It's not like Iran have just woke up one day and decided to just start bombing loads of countries around it. Of course they wouldn't do that. They even gave them a lifeline and said, look guys, you've bombed us, we've bombed you. Stop the bombing, stop now, and we'll stop striking you. But no, they don't listen. They don't listen. So, of course, there's some stuff going on around the Gulf countries, especially the UAE. But let's play some videos and watch some clips. So we had footage about 22 hours ago come out from Shiraz in Iran, showing a fighter jet similar to a Mirage 2000 or a Eurofighter Typhoon, which is unusual for US, Israeli or Iranian aircraft. This has now sparked rumours of covert Gulf countries' involvement in strikes on Iran. It shows that maybe they're not just letting the Americans and the Israelis do it. Maybe these guys are actually sending their own fighter jets to bomb Iran. How crazy is that? Look at this footage we've got here.
عاشق صداتونم. عاشق صداتونم. بزنید که خوب میزنید.
Very, very, very suspicious. We've got an image of it here. Yeah, very strange. Very, very strange. So, a few hours ago, Iran urgently warned that petrochemical facilities in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates should be evacuated immediately. And we also had Saudi Arabia announcing the interception of 2 ballistic missiles in its eastern region just a couple of hours ago. Yeah, some stuff with the UAE, of course. So since the bombs have been flying over to the UAE, the Dubai real estate index has been crashing. A lot of people jump online to tell you that's not true, but you know, the stats don't seem to lie, guys. They don't lie. What's that? It started at, what is that, 170,000? Or is it 17,000? Yeah, 17,000. So just under 17,000 it was at, and now it's at 11,865. So what's that percentage drops? Any mathematicians in the chat? I'm saying about 35% drop. Is that about 35% drop? Maybe more, maybe 40%. Not looking good. Not looking good. And the reason why this is dropping is because last night, or the reason it continues to drop every day, is because I suppose the Iranians are not stopping. You know, they're not stopping. Because last night we had multiple explosions reported over Dubai and the UAE. We've got an image of interceptors over Dubai's sky. So you can see all of these interceptors going off. And the UAE Ministry of Defence actually confirmed that the nation's air defences are actively responding to missile and drone attacks coming from Iran. So we've got a statement here. They said, UAE air defences are currently responding to incoming missile and drone threats from Iran. MOD asserts that the sounds heard are the result of the air defence systems intercepting missiles and drones. The public are requested to adhere to the safety and security instructions issued. So yeah, Dubai are not lying about this one. They're saying, look, our interceptors are active. You know, we're getting hit. Then we saw some crazy footage coming out from Dubai. This is Iranian missiles over Dubai's sky last night. So yeah, crazy videos. And this one's even more insane. This was late last night as well. Yeah, insane scenes. And according to the Financial Times, Iran has targeted the UAE more than any other country in the Gulf. Oh no! And we've got a chart here. It says Iran has launched strikes on Saudi Arabia and other Gulf states. The cumulative total of Iranian attacks between February the 28th and March the 16th, which was still a couple of days old, and we've seen a lot more attacks since then. We've got the blue representing drone strikes and the pink representing missile strikes. And it says the UAE alone has 1,627 drone strikes heading towards it, and 319 missiles, which is what is that? Nearly 2,000 in total. 2,000 strikes. You know, the last couple of days as well haven't been counted for, so it's well over 2,000 by now. And you know, compared to the other countries, I mean, why else would Iran be striking Dubai so hard? Of course, because they're probably the ones that sent the most missiles to Iran. That's my guess. I'm not sure about you guys. Someone said my friend was out there trying to sell properties. No one has been buying for about 2 years. Tried to flog them in Birmingham at the NEC. Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy. It's definitely going to affect Dubai, you know, a country that's been selling itself as a place of safety for so long. It sort of shows you that nowhere in this world is safe, unfortunately. Yeah, we've got a few bits of Iran. So we've got a few videos, should I say. Most of them from Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. What we'll do is we'll start off with the we had a short video, sorry, from Iran's military spokesman. So, US-Israeli linked energy sites will be burnt to the ashes. That's what Iran's military spokesman warned after strikes on the southern refinery. He said the throats of your commanders and soldiers are under the boots of the warriors of Islam. Let's play the video. I have to read it out to you guys because it has got subtitles. So he said, this is a firm warning and a red line for the criminals who attacked parts of Iran's fuel and energy infrastructure in the southern region of the country. As a result of this action, the fuel, energy and gas infrastructure at the origin of the aggression will be set ablaze and reduced to ashes at the earliest opportunity. We declare to the cowardly and criminally aggressive American military and the savage, child-killing Zionist regime, you are compelled to throw your soldiers into their dorm and lose your dignity. The throats of your commanders and soldiers are under the boots of the warriors of Islam. In the strategic confusion you face, the reality of the battlefield is clear. Think about the astonishing events. You came with a victory scenario, yet now you are searching for ways to preserve your survival in hidden underground. Think tanks, sorry. Your era of bullying is over. Your only refuge to escape the blows of Iran's powerful and decisive operations is to leave the region or choose death. And victory is only from Allah, the Almighty and the Wise. So yeah, W, man. Iran are not fucking backing down, man. Iran are not backing down. They're sending fiery statements. They're showing these Israelis and these American terrorists, look, it doesn't matter, you can assassinate our leaders. Someone else will come in. Someone else will come in and do the job. It doesn't matter. We're fighting for our people, you know. It's one person dying does not affect the goal, the end goal. So yeah, regime change, that's gone out the window. You guys are not getting a regime change. Just keep chilling, keep killing children and keep exposing yourself to the world that the terrorist that you are. Yeah, also we had people in Tehran's Tehrani Moghadam Square gathered to condemn the ongoing US-Israeli aggression against their country. Let's play the quick clip that we have. So yeah, the people of Iran, doesn't look like they want a regime change, does it? We've got a few clips from Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. Oh, we got a super chat, Izzy. Thank you so much, man. Thanks, brother. The West forgets they are fighting descendants of poets. That's why we get such banger one-liners, lol. Yeah. Have you noticed that as well, guys? The Iranians are so good at this talking, you know. It's like, you know, when you can just, what's that saying that they say? Real recognize real. It's like, you know, when you can just look at someone and you can listen to them. Sorry. You can look at someone and listen to them and you can just tell if they're lying. You can tell if they're good people or not, you know, just by looking in someone's eyes and listening to what people say. And it's like the Americans and the Zionists, you can just hear, you can see and hear through all of their bullshit, you know. But when it's like Iranians and people like that, people from Palestine, you can tell that the struggle is real, you know. These are fighting for their people. They're fighting because they've been oppressed for many years. So yeah, that's why they're good at the banger one-liners as well, to your point, because it comes from a place of realness, you know. So yeah, shout out to those guys, and thank you again so much, brother, for the $20 super chat. It really helps me out a lot, man. But yeah, let's play some clips from one of our favourites in Iran, Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. I always pray that he will stay safe and, you know, remain, because he's been in power for a very long time now, and he really is a legend, man. He's a legend. So, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi on the assassination of Ali Larijani. He says, I do not know why the Americans and the Israelis still have not understood this point. The Islamic Republic of Iran has a strong political structure with established political, economic and social institutions. Sorry guys, I'm getting a bit of a sore throat lately. The presence or absence of a single individual does not affect this structure. We have not had anyone more important than the leader himself. And even when the leader was martyred, the system continued to work and immediately provided a replacement. If anyone else is martyred, it will be the same. if the foreign minister was ever martyred, there would ultimately be someone else to take that position. Now let's play the clip.
The issue today is the announcement that they've assassinated Iran's Supreme National Security Council, Mr. Ali Larijani.
I do not know why the Americans and the Israelis still have not understood this point. The Islamic Republic of Iran has a strong political structure with established political, economic, and social institutions. The presence or absence of a single individual does not affect this structure. Of course, individuals are influential and each person plays their role, some better, some worse, some less. But what matters is that the political system in Iran is a very solid structure. We have not had anyone more important than the leader himself, and even the leader was martyred. Yet the system continued to work and immediately provided a replacement. If anyone else is martyred, it will be the same. If the foreign minister were ever to be martyred, there would ultimately be someone else to take the position.
So yeah, look, he's telling you guys, look, same as Larijani knew, you know, there's always that chance that something terrible could happen to them. But like he said, he's not scared. If he was to pass away, someone else will just take his place, you know. Someone else with the same beliefs. And they'll do just as good as a job as he would. So yeah, W. Abbas Araghchi as always. Another clip, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi says they have no hesitation about giving their lives to the country. Just like we just said. Let's play the video.
Aren't you afraid that you might be one of the targets?
Anyone could become a target. In recent days, we have seen that they have no hesitation about targeting any place. So far, 53 hospitals have been attacked, along with many schools.
That's crazy, 53 hospitals, guys, and schools.
The Minab school, which has now become well known, where 168 students were killed, is the most famous example, but there have been others as well. Bank branches and many residential buildings have also been attacked. Political figures, civilians, scientists, and university professors have all been targeted. It is even possible that the foreign minister could be attacked. But like everyone else, we are standing firm and working for the goals and interests of our country, and we have no hesitation about giving our lives for it if necessary.
Aren't you afraid?
So yeah, W. Araghchi, man. And it's so sad as well, you know, like he said, that these demons are targeting schools and hospitals. And, you know, what was it Trump said? Trump was saying, oh, we need to free Iran. We need to save them. These barbaric demons killed 30,000 or 100,000 or 6 million, whoever, how many people these protesters they apparently killed now. These barbaric demons have killed 6 million people in the protest, all this nonsense, yeah? But then these are the real people that are bombing schools and hospitals. They're killing Iranians. They've killed a lot more Iranians than Iran supposedly have. You know, it's complete nonsense. The propaganda that they try and push against these guys, and they're literally murdering them. Mad how anyone believes the nonsense that comes out the American and Zionist mouths. Iran's foreign minister also said the Americans were drawn into this war by Israel, more precisely by Netanyahu. I think they do not even know what their ultimate objective is. Every day they say something different. Regime change, dividing Iran, collapsing the government, or unconditional surrender. All of this was based on a miscalculation. Now they realise it and have found themselves in a difficult situation. Those who demanded unconditional surrender are now forced to seek help, even from others, to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, inviting countries and saying, please help. The United States started this war and must acknowledge its mistake and end its aggression. So yeah, let's play the clip for you guys.
The Americans were drawn into this war by Israel, or more precisely by Netanyahu himself, and I think they themselves do not even know what their ultimate objective is. Every day they talk about something different. Once about regime change, once about dividing Iran, once about the collapse of the government, and once about unconditional surrender. All this was based on a miscalculation, and now they have realized that because of it, they have found themselves in a difficult situation. Those who were demanding unconditional surrender from us are now forced to seek help, even from their own adversaries, to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, inviting other countries and saying, please help. In my opinion, The United States started this war and must also acknowledge that it made a mistake and put an end to its aggression. The American
Exactly that, man. Exactly that. And one more clip from Abbas Araghchi. We have got another one, but this is one more clip from that interview. He says, "We do not believe in a ceasefire. We believe in ending the war. And ending the war means exactly that. Ending the war on all fronts. Once and for all, the issue of war is resolved, and that we witness peace throughout the region. In Lebanon, in Yemen, in Iraq, in Iran, and in other countries." So he's saying, look, if you want the war to end, don't just stop the aggression on Iran. Stop the aggression around the whole Middle East. Stop targeting everyone. Stop bombing our Muslim brothers and sisters. Let's play the clip.
I don't think so. First of all, we do not believe in a ceasefire. We believe in ending the war. And ending the war means exactly that, ending the war on all fronts. I think this is also in the interest of peace in the region, that once and for all the issue of war in the region is resolved, and that we witness peace throughout the region, in Lebanon, in Yemen, in Iraq, in Iran, and in other countries of the region. The region should become a stable region characterized by peace, development, and progress. I believe that peace in the region must be comprehensive, encompassing all dimensions of peace and including all countries.
Exactly that, man. W Abbas Araghchi, as always. Peace across the whole Middle East or no peace. A ceasefire is just a cease of fire, you know, the war will continue. None of that. We want peace everywhere. Is that hard to ask? Is that hard to ask, guys? And we had one more clip from a couple of hours ago. Iranian foreign minister said Iran is not asking for a ceasefire. A ceasefire is something done by countries that cannot avenge their nation. Exactly that. Exactly that. It's not a ceasefire. We want a complete stop to this war.
We are not asking for a ceasefire. And we don't see any reason why we should negotiate with the US. When we negotiated with them twice, and every time they attacked us at the middle of negotiations. So there is no request for a ceasefire by us, and there is no request for the negotiation with the US from us. We have never sent any messages to them. We are not asking.
Americans keep lying as well. Why do these Americans keep lying and say that these guys are begging for a ceasefire? They clearly just told you 100 times they don't want a ceasefire. We'll come to an agreement if you stop bombing all of our neighbouring countries as well as us. Until then, the war's not stopping. Simple. Simple, simple maths. Not too much left to go over. A couple of bits from the Strait of Hormuz though. So, where should we start? Oh yeah, we also had one more Abbas Araghchi clip. This one was regarding the situation with the Strait of Hormuz. So, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said, "From our perspective, this is a waterway located next to Iran. Naturally, we will not allow our enemies to use this waterway. We need to design new arrangements for the Strait of Hormuz and the way ships pass through it in the future after the war. I believe that after the war, the first step should be drafting a new protocol for the Strait of Hormuz." Exactly that, man. Why should they get a free pass after the war's over, after all they do? Should be getting charged or something, in my opinion. Let's play the video.
From our perspective, this is a waterway located next to Iran. Naturally, we will not allow our enemies to use this waterway. At the same time, a war is taking place around it, and naturally, many ships and countries may not want to use this route due to insecurity. Some countries contact us to discuss safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz, and we try to provide them with the conditions for such passage. In my view, we need to design new arrangements for the Strait of Hormuz and the way ships pass through it in the future, after the war, so that peaceful navigation through this waterway can be permanently maintained under clear regulations with consideration for Iran's interests and the interests of the region. I believe that after the war, the first step should be drafting a new protocol for the Strait of Hormuz. Naturally, this should be done between the countries that lie on both sides of the strait, as they are the principal parties in this matter, and it should guarantee that safe passage through the strait takes place under specific conditions.
Completely agree, man. Completely agree. So yeah, obviously about 6 hours ago now, Israel reportedly attacked Iranian oil facilities in southern Iran. So we've got a little video to show you first. So there's no sound, but look, you can see all of the thick smoke clouds around the region due to Israeli and American terrorism. Then we saw the Hatam al-Anbiya military headquarters come out and said they attacked part of Iran's energy infrastructure in the south. Said that Israel attacked part of Iran's energy infrastructure in the south. And they responded by saying, "We will respond strongly at the first opportunity," and warned that we will strike the source of aggression if the energy and economy are targeted. We had the IRGC Navy Commander Ali Larijani spoke following the attack on the South Pars gas field, and he said, with the target bank updated, oil facilities associated with America are now on par with American bases and will come under fire with full force. We warn citizens and workers to stay away from these facilities. Yeah, all of this oil, all of this Strait of Hormuz stuff, this is just another part of how badly this war is affecting the world. Tulsi Gabbard, the Zionist bitch, came out and said that China, India and other countries have managed to transport oil through the Strait of Hormuz. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because they're not letting American and Israeli terrorists bomb Iran from their countries. Maybe that's part of the reason why. Did you ever think about that? And also, oil jumped 5% after Israeli attack on the Iranian gas field as Brent crude oil rose to $108.60 a barrel. So yeah, this shit is affecting the whole world as well. You know, the whole world is feeling it, unless you are not allied with the Zionist terrorists. That is. And we've only got a couple of clips, literally 2 clips from the Hezbollah side of things. But for those of you guys that didn't know, there's still the secret war going on in the background. You know, Hezbollah are still hitting Israel very hard. But of course, Israel is responding by striking residential homes and killing civilians, of course. When the video loads, I will show you. So this is from last night. We saw Hezbollah fired more than 23 rockets towards northern Israel, while Iron Dome batteries were seen attempting to intercept the incoming projectile. So let's play this 40-second video for you guys. Got no sound on it, but look, you can see all of the attempted interceptions. Here we are. See that? And of course, Hezbollah, you know, they're targeting the Israeli military. And what will Israel do in return? Of course, they will target residential homes in the capital of Lebanon, Beirut. So footage shows Israel attacked a multi-story building in Beirut in Lebanon and its complete collapse. So this is crazy footage that we are seeing. The Zionist terrorists just can't help targeting residential homes and residential areas, all that sort of thing. Insane. Absolutely insane. Now, unfortunately, guys, I think that that will be their next goal. You know, that will be Israel's next goal. They've already done it to Gaza. They, you know, started a genocide there. I feel like the genocide might, you know, potentially end up in Lebanon, which I really hope it doesn't. But, you know, to me it feels like they're going to attempt to invade them very soon. You know, it's not working out for them as well in Iran, so they're going to try and go for the, you know, people with the smaller military, because we all know the Lebanese military is not getting involved. They've abandoned Hezbollah. So, I don't know, man. It's sad. I hope it doesn't happen, but, you know, we can never trust these Zionist terrorists, guys. We can never trust them. But I think that's pretty much all anyway. We've gone over pretty much everything over the last 24 hours. So I'm going to wrap it up here, but I do appreciate you all for tuning in. And we'll be back tomorrow the same sort of time, around 5:30 UK time, 5:30 to 6 p.m, that sort of time bracket. And we will cover the next 24 hours tomorrow. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and until next time, peace out, and remember to drop me a follow on Kick and Rumble. Thank you so much, guys. See you all tomorrow.
Today we are super fucking happy about it. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to like and empty the space. Let's bring some more people in here to enjoy the celebration.
Yes.
The farewell party to the Savior.
Say goodbye, a farewell for this motherfucker that put the fucking video of the fucking hostage. So this is a fucking farewell for me, okay?
Because he shouldn't exist from the get-go. He should have been executed by the Mossad long time ago, and I've been asking for this for a long time. And I was talking to my commander, I'm telling him this needs to go.
I think that you need to gather all the Zions, eliminate them.
He deserves to be genocided like all the other Nazis, and he's a convicted fucking criminal. And they pissed the hell out of me. This fucking Hamas and giving them a voice after October 7, and us Jews and Israelis can live peacefully. I hate him.
Great.
I hate him.